is Amara Alder, and this is my Week 5 presentation for this class. I'll be continuing my community resource analysis using Ladres from Enrique's Journey as my case example. And in the presentation, it'll focus on the macro level barriers that she faces and what actions we can take as social workers to support her through policy, advocacy, and community-wide efforts. So just a quick overview, Ladres is an undocumented single mother who migrated from Honduras and left her children behind to earn some money and send it home. But her journey was filled with a lot of hardship and emotional distress. And so I placed her in Clarkston, Georgia because of the city's large immigrant and refugee population and access to nonprofit support. But even in a diverse area like Clarkston, Ladres still faces significant obstacles. So at the macro level, Ladres' undocumented status blocks her from stable employment, public benefits, and healthcare. She also lives with ongoing fear of deportation, which affects her mental health and her ability to trust service providers. Language barriers make it hard for her to ask for help or understand her rights. And like the book shows, Ladres carries the emotional weight from being separated from her children, which only adds to the impact of these systemic issues. So here, even at the community level, barriers continue. Transportation is a major issue. Without a reliable way to get around, she could miss job opportunities or doctor's appointments. And a lot of nonprofits in Clarkston are already overextended, which can make it harder for her to get consistent support. So there's also a lack of bilingual services and a sense of isolation, especially for someone who has no family nearby. So all of these things could make her feel unsupported, even in a community that's meant to help. So one important macro level solution is advocating for immigrant policy reform. So this includes supporting sanctuary policies and pushing for expanded access to legal services. So social workers can partner with groups like the Georgia Alliance for Immigrant Rights to use our voices and knowledge of the community to create real change. And this connects me back to the NOS Code of Ethics, which calls on us to challenge injustice and advocate for vulnerable populations. Another action is building community education programs. So these should be bilingual and trauma-informed, focusing on things like reunification rights, job protections, and emotional wellness. Partnering with trusted organizations like the Refugee Women's Network would make these workshops more accessible and effective. And when we educate and empower our clients, we reduce isolation and build long-term trust. So transportation access is a basic need that's often overlooked. Advocating for expanded MARTA routes, transportation stipends, or nonprofit run shuttle services can help immigrant families like Ladres stay connected to jobs and services. This type of systemic change improves daily life in ways that direct services can't fix alone. If a social worker is employed at the Catholic Charities Atlanta, they can help evaluate programs using client feedback surveys in Spanish. They can also track service outcomes like housing and job placements, and they'll review case data. And according to the NOS Code of Ethics, evaluation is essential to making sure that services are both effective and culturally appropriate. And it's how we grow, improve, and also stay accountable to the people that we're serving. So in conclusion, Ladres' story is a really good reminder that individual struggles are tied to larger systems. And as social workers, we need to look beyond the immediate needs and work to change conditions that create those struggles. So whether it's through advocacy, education, or community planning, our role is to push for justice at every level, especially for clients like Ladres.